Hey everyone, this is Trails We Hike here on January 14th on our way to the Judge Davis Trailhead up in the Cache Creek Wilderness area. Signing off.
Yeah, we're actually following along on this out and back as well. Our friends group put this together, so let's take a look at the map and see where we're headed.
We'll head out here on the Judge Davis Trail and make our way up the hill for the first mile or so of our 5-mile hike to camp. Then it's a gradual descent into Wilson Valley where we'll set up camp for the night along Cache Creek.
It was a nice drive.
Yeah, not too bad. It's quick.
Come on, Alex.
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Are you good?
What up, brother? What's up, dude?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
So?
Ready to do this thing.
What's up? How you doing?
Cool.
Let's crush it. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Boom.
Bam.
Boom. Is that how we're doing it these days? Okay, cool. And who we got over here?
The guy with the camera is Jeremy. He's documenting this.
Yeah,
this
he
is
is.
Eric. I call him Toad.
Yeah.
Eric.
How you doing, man?
Matt and Jim. We're in Lake County. We're about 15 miles from Clear Lake. We're going to be camping along Cache Creek. Yeah, there's a bunch of tributaries that flow into it too, so there should be some action.
And so, we simply turn ourselves around and start marching our way up the Cache Creek Bridge.
I was so excited, I forgot that he has an app that will show us the way.
Okay, now we're making our way up the Judge Davis Trail into what would become our last grove of blue oaks that we would see for a while.
I mean, that didn't get said. G-rated.
As Matt stated earlier, we weren't far from Clear Lake, where 2 fires had torn through the area just last summer, and we'll see some of that evidence here shortly.
Well, certainly a little different with full packs on. Trying to run back, grab a quick shot, and catch up to the group a little harder. It's worth it though. It's nice. It's a good hike. Oh my goodness. I'm ready for the downhill.
Turn around. It's all downhill.
Making our way to our first vista, we were wondering what this was going to look like after all the fires. But as Cool Hand Luke might say, sometimes nothing's a pretty cool hand. So, after making our initial ascent, we start gliding down the hills, inching closer to Cache Creek.
Really pretty. These 360 views everywhere. Really nice.
laughing at us while we're doing a bear hang.
Remember last time? I've never done a bear hang in my life, right?
It flipped up and over the branch.
Hit another branch.
And it hit another branch, which swung it.
I know if I jump there, I'll be safe.
We got out of it though. It's impressive
Mission
athleticism.
impossible, man.
It's coming straight.
Yeah, I will tell you, man. Bear hangs are dangerous.
Yeah.
I almost throw rocks in my head all the time.
As we approach the halfway point, the distance between the two groups of hikers increases until it is obvious we will not be able to keep up.
So, E hangs back and keeps us company as we slowly make our way down some of the last hills.
Just about to camp.
As we trudge our way through the mud, we get a good view of the damage done by the two wildfires. Once we turn the corner, we're greeted with an amazing view of Wilson Valley down below.
Go right down there.
We trade bare, wide-open hilltops for narrow, oak-covered trails as the whispers of Cache Creek slowly grow to a roar. Jim takes the opportunity to grab some tinder for our fire while we breathe a sigh of relief upon seeing camp in the distance.
And after getting our tent up, we make the relaxing transition from hiking to camping.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know I do. Oh!
Nice.
It's too fresh.
Sure.
Well done, guys. That was really fast.
After the wood was processed and tinder gathered, it was decided that the kids would be in charge of getting the fire going. And after only a couple bumps, they of course succeeded, but only as soon as we had to change out the battery.
And we were quite thankful for that fire as well. Once the sun tucked behind the hillside, the temperature quickly dropped. It eventually dropped to the low 20s later that night. It certainly made me question my decision to purchase a 30-degree bag.
Just wonder if we're going to be able to get that thing hot enough to toss one of these big old logs on.
Well, that's why we put some of those bigger ones on.
Okay. That was,
Alright, well,
I can't blame them. They just had empty hammer in the commercial.
The only thing your warmer does is not make it hot.
After reflecting on our day's journey and telling tales of past hikes in the area, particularly a recent trip to the much-loved Snow Mountain, we get our pots ready as the boys whittle their sticks in preparation for a well-deserved meal.
Nick for roasting their dog.
I made mine.
Right?
But that, if you put the marshmallow, it sticks. That's how.
After the boys had a chance to roast their hot dogs, we threw the rest of the food on the fire and enjoyed a dinner together under the stars. This is one of our favorite parts of camping. Huddled next to a fire with friends, all in good health, sharing a hot meal and the appreciation of a night spent under the stars.
Well, we've come to the end of another hike and the end of another episode. Be sure not to miss any future episodes by clicking the subscribe button and follow along with us on the trails we hike.
Hey, Dad. Dad,
Yes, Alex.
is there any more?